It was just before noon on a perfectly clear day, March 3rd, 1876, when the skies opened above Bath County, Kentucky. But instead of rain or hail, what fell was far stranger: meat. Chunks of red, raw flesh dropped silently across a field near the farmhouse of Alan and Rebecca Crouch. Some pieces were small, just a few inches wide. Others measured up to 10 inches across. In total, the strange precipitation blanketed a 100 by 50-yard area. Witnesses claimed it lasted several minutes. The sun was shining. No birds were seen. No storm was overhead. And yet, the meat kept falling. The Crouch farm was located in Olympia Springs, a quiet rural area nestled in the rolling hills of eastern Kentucky. At the time, the couple were working outside when the meat began to rain down. Rebecca Crouch reportedly saw it first and described it as falling like large snowflakes. Two men who arrived soon after dared to taste the mystery meat. They declared it either mutton or venison. Others collected samples, and the curiosity spread. Within days, newspapers were reporting on the bizarre storm. By July, Scientific American Supplement published an analysis of the event in its volume 2, number 30 issue, puzzling over what had fallen from the heavens that day. Initial examination suggested the flesh resembled lung tissue, possibly from a horse or, disturbingly, a human infant. Others claimed it was muscle, gristle, or cartilage. Microscopist Leopold Brandeis later identified the samples as lung tissue, muscular fiber, and connective tissue. Yet no clear source was ever confirmed. Naturally, theories abounded. One of the earliest came from a chemist who believed the substance was not meat at all, but rather nostoc, a type of blue-green algae that expands rapidly in rain and was often misidentified as flesh. But this didn't match the fact that it hadn't rained at all that day. The most enduring explanation came from naturalists and was later championed by the writer Charles Fort, that the meat was vomited up by a flock of buzzards. When frightened, vultures are known to regurgitate their stomach contents mid-flight to lighten their load. If a large group did this in unison, perhaps after feasting on a dead animal, the result might very well be a meat shower falling across the countryside. Still, no one saw any buzzards in the sky that day, and no one could explain why it happened at that specific location, or why no similar event was recorded nearby. In the absence of solid answers, rumors spread. Some whispered that Mrs. Crouch had orchestrated a hoax, tossing meat herself to attract attention, but no evidence was ever produced, and the idea never gained traction beyond idle gossip. One preserved specimen was eventually donated to Transylvania University in Lexington, Kentucky, and remains part of a local museum exhibit today. Over 140 years later, the tissue has been confirmed as genuine animal meat, likely from a horse or deer, but the origin remains a mystery. The Kentucky meat shower isn't the only strange precipitation in recorded history. In Yoro, Honduras, there are annual reports of fish raining from the sky. And in the 1600s, so-called blood rain was observed in parts of Europe, often later attributed to airborne dust mixed with rain. But in Kentucky, no such simple explanation ever fit. The skies were clear, the meat was real, and the mystery endures. In a time when America's fascination with science and the natural world was growing rapidly, the meat shower of 1876 stands out, not just for its sheer absurdity, but for its stubborn resistance to logic. It remains one of the strangest weather-related mysteries in recorded history. Even now, no one can say exactly what happened that spring morning, only that it did. If you liked what you watched, please like and subscribe. We post interesting and crazy stories from throughout history every Wednesday and Saturday. Yesterday's craziness, because yesterday was crazy too.